From Mozart Park, Chicago's northwest side, for the Cup Media League playoffs. We got the 5-seed Reader playing the 4-seed WGN. Both of these teams have won a title. Reader's won several out here, and this should be an interesting game. The playoffs started today, and we thought we'd give you a little taste. We'll be out here as they roll through. Very interesting. They're doing infield with a 14-inch ball. I'm a little uncomfortable sitting over here. So that's a little unusual to say the least. So it is co-ed 16-inch. Men do not wear a mitt, and the women can. And they got crazy rules. They do not allow the short center to play on the dirt. They got to be out in the grass. And it's an interesting thing. The rule is 3 women must hit every time through your lineup. So here we go. Leading off, Brian Berta, Bridget Kane on deck, and then it'll be Jimmy Ewert. So this should be a competitive game, even though last week they told me WGN ran out on the Reader. But the Reader is a group that's been together a long time. And there's a hard ground ball. He drives it through the infield. First hit of the ball game. So Brian Berta, now they throw behind him, and he gets to, now he's going to try to go to third, but he thought better of it. And if you guys follow the streams, you know I'm not a big fan of trying to throw behind base runners. I don't think anything good can happen, and that's a good example. So this is a little bit modified because it's co-ed, but it is Chicago 16-inch style softball. A little short hop. Shortstop knocked it down, but threw it off the screen. Runner from second is going to score first run of the ball game. So WGN a little loose with the rock here, and they fall behind 1-0. And that's going to bring up Jimmy Ewert. And there's a little spinner off the pitcher, McDonough. Lefty throws off the glove. Kane will score run number 2, and that ball's going to roll. And they called it out of play, so the runner will have to stop at second. So 3 hitters and 3 miscues, and the Reader takes a quick lead. And the way they're doing it tonight, they had games at 7 and 8. And then the 2 winners are going to feed into the 2 top seeds. And this is a single elimination playoff, so it's winner go home. And we'll get you some of the basic rules of 16-inch in a minute. And there's a swing and a drive foul down the left field line. So we are playing 60-foot bases.
That's a swing right there.
I'm not sure. I don't believe they can lead off in this league.
Ready? Give me 5.
1-1 count, 6-12 on the arc.
Hit one hard, kid.
And basically the bat rule out here is if you can swing it, you can bring it. So it's a little bit different. No fence in the outfield, and I believe they're playing the fence line down.
Good eye.
So here's Ryan Noble. Enjoy coming out here. Got to catch up with some of our media friends. That's going to be another miscue. Nobody covering third. Runners on the corner for Shane Reardon. Of course, Shane was a long-time Odyssey guy. Playing with the Reader now. He's slimmed down a little bit. And it'll be interesting. We might see Shane in the outfield. We're so used to seeing the cat burglar himself at third base, but today he's going to be out in the outfield. And you can hear the other game. These guys and girls are definitely passionate. And that's going to be an out. He does drive one in and moves one over. So even though I'm sure the Reader would have loved to have seen Shane get a hit, that's what we would call a productive out. And it looked like he was going toward right field all the way. So here's Kevin Warwick. Right now, a lot of this has been self-inflicted. There's a ground ball. McDonough does make the play. The runner was a little bit in no man's land, but he found his way over to third. And here's Janita Hernandez. So, 3-run lead. I think if you're the reader, you'd like to pick up this 4th run. GN more than capable of scoring runs themselves. So Kevin McDonough on the hill here. And there's a little pop over the infield, and it's caught by the left fielder. Nicely done. But they do push a 3 across, and we'll head to the bottom of the 1st. Early lead for the reader. So coming up here for WGN, and they didn't give us all of the names, first and last, so bear with me on that. It's going to be the center fielder, JB, Kevin Wells, and then Johnny. You got one job.
Gotcha.
You got one job. Protect Gio.
Protect Gio.
That's right. Otherwise, I got to fire you and get a better bodyguard. Bridget kind of runs the team. Very neat handwriting. That's Bridget's lineup card. Very neat. Always appreciated. And in the first game, it was hilarious. The one team was playing walk-up music. Every time their hitters came up, they played about 10 seconds of crazy music. I recognized some of the harder rock and roll that was being played, but some of this newer stuff. So here's JB, and he flares it toward right center, and it drops. And now the right fielder inadvertently kicks the ball, and JB a big turn, and now he got caught. Late flip there. So leadoff man on, a little blue double toward right center. And the right fielder got there. He actually was trying to bend over to catch that. Went through his hands, and then it hit his shin. So here's Kevin Wells, and he delivers. Base hit to center, and GN on the board. So good looking swing there. He just dumps the line drive into center field. So here's Johnny. One on, one in here, bottom of the 1st. And there's a high drive toward the outfield, and the center fielder, they do play 4 outfielders, tracked it down. So long loud out. And it's going to bring up Brad. I think Axios won the one game. I'm not sure who won the other game. They were on the other field, Bob. But they do a good job of updating that Cup Media League, so I'm sure somebody will put it up by the end of the night. And there's a ground ball up the middle, steps and throws, double play. So Brad grounds into the double play to end the inning. They only get 1. And we're going to head to the 2nd inning, 3-1 here.
Hey, base knock. One time, let's go, base knock.
And I don't know how it looks on the camera, folks, but this is a little bit of a dusty field. And when you're live in person, it always looks like there's a haze, but it doesn't seem like the picture's being affected too much. So it's going to be Jerry Pappas, Cooper Tanical, and Sue Wong.
Stay hot, stay hot. Find yours driving.
And I don't know exactly what happened there. Somebody's flying in from the outfield. He may have tried to find a tree here. And I'll leave it at that. So leadoff man Jerry Pappas. And he hits a line drive. So Reader picking up where they left off last inning with a leadoff hit. And here we got a guy with hair to match Tyler McCullough from Signature. So here's Cooper. We got a coach hugging the baseline here. And Cooper hard up the middle. That's going to get through. And that's the disadvantage of putting that short center in the outfield. A lot of infield holes to drive it through. So here's Sue Wong. It's actually KWONG. So I don't know if that K is silent or not. So first and second here, nobody out. And ideally, if you're GN with Ryan Natoli on deck, I'd like to see Sue find a way to get him over. A little roller to third, and the third baseman gets to the bag, and they do get the fielder's choice. So good job there by the shortstop. Sat on it. And again, these are rough infields because they are a little dusty. And sometimes the ball flattens out and sometimes it doesn't. So first and second with one out for Ryan now.
Find your driver, buddy.
And there's a little soft pop-up. Is it going to stay fair? It is. And the bases are loaded. And again, that's what dust will do for you. It looked like it was going to go foul, and all of a sudden it changed directions. Probably hit a little pocket of dust. Bases loaded for Brianna Welland. On the top of the lineup, and Brian Berta on deck. And there's a little roller back to the mound. McDonough will throw the throw to first, and they get the double play, and they wiggle off the hook. Bases loaded, one out. Second double play we've seen in the ball game. And we're going to head to the bottom of the second, still 3-1. So let's pay some bills. You see the Pretty Sweet Buzz logo? They are one of our anchor sponsors for the SSA Chicago Summer Series. They sell infused products. And they're usually kind of like a candy form. Nick Drabel from Moneyline 77, co-owner, sponsor of the SSA. Please use them responsibly. And they are for adults. So here's a swing by Josiah. And that'll be an out. So he hit it good. But he hit it, or I'm sorry, that's Frankie. This is Josiah. So he hit it good, but right at the center fielder. And I saw the center fielder run out to take his position in the first. And he's got some wheels, that kid.
Anywhere.
So here's Josiah with Lucy on deck. And there's a little flip to center. And the guy playing basically right center comes over and makes the catch. Again, 4 outfielders. So 2 up, 2 down.
2 down, force it wide.
Brings up Lucy. And we see I believe our first left-handed hitter of the game. And there's a sky-high pop-up, and the left fielder, I think an out of ball rolls out of play. So you see they got this tree here, and it looked like the outfielder looked up, didn't know if it was going to hit the branch, and there is a light tower right off to my left, and it somehow got through all the branches and they got themselves a 2-out base runner for the shortstop, Tony. And he hits it to left. Left fielder camped under it and makes a basket catch. So they get a little 2-out bloop double, can't do anything with it. And we're going to head to the top of the third, still 3-1.
So it was like the bush, like.
And if you are
Right.
the reader, you don't want to sit on this 3 spot between a sketchy infield. And the outfield grass here is a little rough in places as well. You don't want to get yourself into the thought process that a 3-run lead is comfortable. So top of the lineup here for the reader, Brian Berta, Bridget Kane, and Jimmy Ewert. So Brian did lead off the game, got a hit, they threw behind him, ended up at second. And now he pumps it toward what amounts to right center, and that ball was caught. It brings up Bridget Kane now.
Yeah, it was.
And for those of you back in the day when I was up at Loyola, the Reader was really, at that time, a print magazine, and left fielder didn't make the catch. He got over there. That ball rolled out of play. The umpire was going to send her back to second. Looked like the left fielder was going to make the catch, and all of a sudden when I looked up, the ball was all the way down the line by that cone. So 1-out double for Bridget Kane. And it brings up Jimmy Ewert. So as I was saying, when I was at Loyola, used to be a record shop right across the street from the dorm. In the Chicago Reader, we used to all get it because they had a great music reviews and album reviews, and they had other articles, but we were in college. We weren't looking for that stuff at that point. So here's Jimmy Ewert. They've still, I think they still have the print, but they do a lot of multimedia stuff now, like everybody does. If you ever get a chance, check it out. So here's Jimmy Ewert. And he pounds it on the ground up the middle. Shortstop can't get it. Bridget Kane trying to go to third, and she'll make it. And they do have high screens here, and that's beneficial. We showed you a lot of games at Melrose where they got a short screen that would have been bouncing around the concession area, but not here. It stayed in the park. So second and third now for Ryan Noble.
Drive one, Noble. Come on, kid.
One out here. Reader trying to extend this lead. Takes that pitch a little deep. And there's a high fly ball. It's going to score at least one. That ball is carrying, and the left center fielder makes the catch, and now there's a little bobble. Ewert is going to score on a wild throw, so they get the double tag. Ewert was going to stop. He saw that they were a little slow in terms of getting the ball in, and he just started running, and the throw was crazy. So here's Shane Reardon now, bases empty with 2 outs. And there was no runner at first, and there was a fly ball.
Hey, 2 outs.
So here's Shane Reardon, and you'll notice the weird walk-up, and Shane flips it into center, and the ball gets caught for out number 2, or 3, excuse me. So we'll head to the bottom of the third inning. Reader, a little insurance, leaking out to a 5-1 lead here.
Hey, stop it!
And it'll be Mike, Jaya, and Ron.
I'm not talking to you.
What? Read him up.
So right now, a lot of this damage self-inflicted. The Reader being way more aggressive on the bases. They forced GN to handle the ball, and they haven't responded. And there's a swing and a leadoff single into center. So Mike leads off with a solid single to center.
Hey, do that every time.
And it brings up Jaya, the first baseman.
No out. Let's get the out.
Yeah. I got you. I can cover. Nice shot, Mike.
That pitch is off the plate. And that's on the plate as well. Taken all the way. And there's a line drive over to shortstop, throw to second in time. Center fielder came flying in on it.
1 out. 4 2 1 2.
It was a nice swing by Jaya, but they come in and they, again, without the leadoff, that was the difference. If they had allowed leadoffs here, the runner would have got there. So here's Ron. And there's a swing over the infield, and it drops, and it gets past the left fielder. Jay is going to try to go to third. The shovel relay way wide, and Ron scoots into second. So they had time to shovel it to third, and now it looks like the left fielder may have twisted his ankle, but he's going to run back out there. He's holding his lower back. My guess is when he hit the ground, he probably jarred himself. He's waving it off. 16-inch softball players are crazy.
4 2 1.
So it brings up Brett.
Let's get the out, guys. 4 2 1.
Hey, wait for yours, Brick.
So second and third here, a little trouble brewing with the pitcher, Kevin McDonough, on deck.
Come on, Britt.
And if you're the Reader, you must score here. And that ball kind of bounced funny off the turf there. That may have just clipped the plate. And there's a little pop-up, and it's a foul ball. She, again, 1-1 count. She already had a strike.
Everything in front, guys. 4 2
So now the Reader is in a position to maybe get out of this thing with no runs.
Hey, help yourself out, Niner.
So 2 outs here, and again, there is no force out. So if you're an infielder, you have to throw across. You do have a left-handed hitter in the box, so a lot of stuff to keep in mind here. And he shoots it the other way to shortstop, throw right on the money. Bridget Kane very sure-handed. So a golden opportunity goes by the board as GN just struggling to get their offense on track here. So we'll be back out to next week. They'll have their 2 semifinal games.
There you go, there you go, right.
And then I believe in 2 weeks they'll have their championship game and all-star game. And for those of you that follow the SSA, our Class A men's 16-inch glove national championship tournament bracket is up. That tournament starts Thursday at McCaslin Park, and there's a high pop-up by Kevin Warwick out of play. We got 28 teams, 6 from Iowa. It should be a great event. It usually is. A lot of extra inning games, walk-offs, high drama. So reset on Warwick. And he hits a little Humpty, but hung up in the air a little bit. Left fielder made the catch. So here's Janitza Hernandez. As the ice cream truck is rolling through. If I wasn't playing, I would have got myself an ice cream sandwich. And there's a little pop over the infield. It's going to drop for a hit. So the left fielder was cheating her, but not necessarily toward the line. Couldn't get there. And it's a one-out base hit. And it brings up Jerry Pappas.
Go, Jerry. Go, Jerry.
And Jerry, a little slow roller to third, and he muffed it. And everybody's safe.
Here you go, Jerry.
So that's an example. Third baseman just kind of hung back on that ball, let the ball play him. He never charged it. And ball flattened out on the hop, and he ended up muffing it. So here's Cooper.
One out, one out. God.
Takes that pitch high. So the reader has had base runners.
Hey, drive one, Coop. Drive one.
And there's a high, soft pop-up, and the left center fielder takes care of it and flips it in. So 2 outs for Sue. Long. Again, I don't know if that K is silent. So if I'm butchering your name, Sue, when you watch this later, I apologize.
2 outs. On the ground, we're moving. Good eye, Sue. Gotta be there for you, gotta be there for you.
And there's a little pop, and that's going to spin foul. So we'll reset with Sue. And park is pretty filled up. The teams that won are hanging around to play their 9 o'clock game. The 9 o'clock teams are here.
Yeah!
And there's a little roller, and they're going to get the short out at third base. So she rolled it through the infield okay. But again, with no leadoffs, it's hard to beat anything when the right fielders are, or the outfielders, excuse me, are choking everybody. So halfway through the ball game, 5-1 here. And the SSA would like to thank some other people that make what we do possible, including Rich Melman and Let Us Entertain You Restaurants. Rich is our longest continuous sponsor, as he's been with us since day one in 2011. How about that? We love you, Rich. Thank you. And if you're thinking of going out and having a meal somewhere, consider Let Us Entertain You Restaurants. So they're finally back to the top of their lineup here with JB, and he slaps it in front of the center fielder. Looked like he hesitated just a little bit, and by the time he got a real good look at it, it was too late. So leadoff man on for Kevin Wells. And there's a sky-high short pop-up, and everybody looking at it. Shane Reardon, and now the ball bounced over Shane, and it's going to be runners on the corner. This ball bounced like a Super Ball. It was a little flare. Shane got a little bit of a late break, and then it just bounded over his head. Again, we have not had a ton of rain out here, so some of these outfields are getting a little hard this time of the year. Here's the third base place hitter, step and throw. Big double play. They do score a run, but at the cost of 2 runs. Nicely done there by the shortstop. As he stepped on it, took his time, and threw a missile to first. So here's Brad and Kevin Warwick. made the play up the middle.
Come on. Come on, kid.
So we're going to head to the top of the fifth, 5-2. Another double play. And right now the Reader is doing a lot of nice stuff in this ball game.
Ryan, bring top.
And here's the bravest guy in Chicago wearing a Chicago White Sox hat.
Thank you very much. What for pardon?
Although he's a cheater. He told me he had a Reds hat in the car just in case.
Chameleon, man.
Chameleon, he says. I thought you said comedian there for a minute.
No.
So here we go.
Not that. I got it for now.
Having some fun with some of the fans out here at the Cup Media League playoffs. And there's a swing off the shortstop. And here's the hustle and a base hit for Ryan. As he leads off the inning. Second time he's been on base. And brings up Brianna, I believe. And there's a little tap foul.
Not that, right, Sue?
And there she puts it in play. A little bobble throw to second. In time, the relay high.
Stay here. Stay on the back. Stay on the back. All right,
So they get to fielder's choice.
one out.
I believe one of the outfielders may have come in there to try to make the turn on the double play, but threw it off the backstop. And that brings up the top of the lineup and Brian Berta. And Brian drills a line drive into the outfield. Little bobble, Brianna will get to second. And Berta just keeps laying ropes out there.
Come on, Bridge.
So here's Bridget Kane. So we're in the fifth inning here. And with the top up, the Reader trying to get that run back, maybe more. Here's a sky high. That'll be the infield. Actually, the left fielder.
Bridge, get here.
He said it's an infield fly.
See, the outfielder, the infielder didn't make the play. Now they're going to call it a double play.
The umpire decided.
It's the way the infield fly rule works, folks, is first and second, bases loaded, less than 2 outs on a fair ball. Has to be a fair ball. And so what happened there was when the ball went up, the shortstop was about a foot on the grass, and that doesn't matter. But then the left fielder came in and actually made a play on the ball, not the infielder. And that's where the confusion came into play. But the umpire, looking at the shortstop camped under it, called the infield fly rule. And again, the rule is triggered on a ball that an infielder can catch with a routine effort. And there's a little ground ball to lead off the inning, pitch and catch for the first out. So Frankie grounds out, and it brings up Josiah. Oh, we sucking down a little dirt over here, Bridget.
Anywhere, force a one.
And I think I just felt a raindrop.
The guys that get in line drives are the key here.
So here's Josiah. And it really wasn't supposed to rain this far north. I think it's all this dust that's seeding the clouds. And there's a base hit, so Josiah gets a hit. And I don't know if the camera caught it, but you see as soon as the ball went through the infield, Bridget made sure she got out of the potential path of the base runner. So 1 out base runner here for Lucy.
Make sure we get it out.
Well, we got a couple of drops coming down. Where are you at, Patrick? I assume from the question you must be getting rain out where you're at.
4 to 1 and 2. We got 1 out.
So we are in the top of the, and there's a
All right,
walk.
any base, guys. Let's get the out. We got 1
We're
out.
actually in the top of the 6th here. So hopefully we'll be able to sneak this one in. Sorry I didn't change the scoreboard. And there's a hard, long drive. And it dropped by the left fielder. So WGN scores a run.
Hold it there. Hold it there.
All right, take it back. We are in the 5th. We're in the bottom half. I got a little confused. Senior moment.
Get the out. Any base.
Let's go, Mike. Come on.
Come on.
So Tony gets a hit. 1 out. 1st and 2nd for Mike. And there's a high pop-up, long run, and it drops fair. And now the right fielder fumbled it. Another run scores. Runner going to try to score, and Kevin Warwick. And they called the second runner out. Kevin Warwick went to slap the tag on him, and the umpire felt he didn't slide. And you can see there was a lot of contact there. So the rule is you must avoid contact as a runner, and as a fielder,
All right.
you must
4 to 1. 4 to 1.
you must avoid contact, and as a fielder, you must give them somewhere to slide. Kevin was reaching over,
You got it. 1 out.
and the umpire, here's Jaya, apparently felt that he barreled through the tag and didn't try to avoid any kind of contact there. Again, everybody's got to go to work tomorrow, but they do score 1 to make it 5-3. Bottom of the 5th here. Ron on deck. And there's a high pop-up. That's going to be trouble if it stays fair, but it's going to roll foul. So that'll be the end of the inning. So they did score a run. Had the shortstop, Tony, slid, I don't know if Kevin Warwick would have necessarily tagged him because he had to reach for him. No.
No, just one game?
Yeah, just the one game tonight. But I'll be back next week. I'll probably do more than one. So Jimmy Ewert, Ryan Noble, and Shane Reardon coming up here as we are now in the 6th inning.
Down and hard, kid. Down and hard. Let's do that.
And those few raindrops have stopped.
Hustle, hustle.
And Jimmy Ewert beats it out.
Way to go, Jimmy. Nice hustle.
So he just beat it on the ground. Little fumble.
Come on, that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do.
And Jimmy hustling down the line beats the throw. So here's Ryan Noble.
Stay hot, Noble.
And there's a hot shot knocked down by the third baseman. No play. So back-to-back shots on the left side and 2 base runners for Shane Reardon.
All right, Shane. Nice and easy, kid. Find your spot. Find your spot.
Wells, he's coming to you, Wells.
No out.
So Shane Reardon here in a spot to maybe get some runs back. And he comes through with a Humpty. Runners will make it. Jimmy Ewert going to try to score, throw off line, and everybody will grab an extra 60 feet.
Good base running. Good base. Hey, Shane. Nice shot, kid.
So 6-3, Shane Reardon. First hit of the ball game. Shane looked a lot better there. It looked like he was
Hey, find your
a little
spot.
more
No
focused.
out.
Here's Kevin Warwick now. 2 runners in scoring position. And there's a little roller to short. They're going to try to go home. Throw off line. Reardon into third, 7-3. Again, WGN. Sometimes you're better off just taking outs off the
All right,
board.
hands up.
Here's Nitza. And a little slow roller to third. And he hesitates and threw it high. Another run scores. Third baseman looked like, I don't know if he was checking Reardon at third there. And then he looked toward first, and by the time he threw to second, too tall for the second baseman covering the bag. Another run scores.
You're driving. Go out. Hey, Kev, no out.
And it brings up Jerry Pappas. Nobody out here. They push 3 across, and they extend out to their biggest lead of the ball game. And Jerry Pappas comes through. Warwick hustling to third, throw off the screen, but he'll stay there. So Jerry Pappas rifled a hit into the
Hey,
outfield.
no outs. Guys, no outs.
He tried to get the fielder choice at third,
Freeze on the ground, we gotta go. In the air, freeze on
and
the
it brings
ground,
up
we gotta go.
Cooper. So bases loaded, nobody out. And there's a rocket into right field. 1 run is in. And the runner will stop at third. So the Reader here, some good hitting some balls right on the screws, barreling up. Pushed out to a 9-3 lead.
Hey, next up. Ready to move
So Connor a base hit. Here comes Sue.
Gotta move on the ground. In the air, freeze.
That makes sense, Patrick. They said it was going to rain down around I-80, even though Mount Greenwood is probably a good 5 miles from I-80. Makes sense. And there's a little roller. And now there's a little mini collision between the third baseman and the shortstop. 10th run is in. Still nobody out, and the bases are loaded.
Watch it, it's in the air, Cooper. Nobody's out.
And here's Ryan Natoli, already on base a couple of times tonight. And Ryan goes big, and left fielder can't make the catch. 1 run is in. Bases will remain loaded as everybody was waiting to tag.
Watch it in the air, Sue.
Any base.
And the Reader has exploded.
Here we go, Jake.
So here's Brianna Wellen. Little ground ball. McDonough will go home for 1. Now she flips it over here. They do get the fielder's choice. 1 out now.
1 down.
Top of the lineup here, and Brian Berta. So the Reader, they told me, got beat up pretty good last week by WGN. This is a pretty good response as they are up 11-3. And there's a ground ball up the middle. 1 run is on. And he's going to try to score, and he will.
Come on.
So they hit that 10 mark. I'm not sure if they've got a mercy rule out here. This Brian Berta just rolled it through the infield. It brings up Bridget Kane. And Bridget up the middle, and that's going to sneak through. Now it gets past the outfielder. Brianna's going to score. Berta's going to score. And the Reader up 12 here in the top of the 6th. It was a nip and tuck game for 5 innings, and they've blown it open here in the top of the 6th.
Bridge, 1.
And it brings up Jimmy Ewert. If I'm not mistaken, might have started this inning off. And there's a ground ball to short. Picks and throws, not in time. Kane will move into third. And Jimmy Ewert. You can't teach speed, Jimmy.
Speed don't sleep.
He said, speed don't sleep. I like it. So it brings up Ryan Noble here as the Reader has just exploded here. 1 out. And there's a high fly ball.
It's trouble.
And second baseman drifted into the camera view, but still runners on the corners. And here's
Hey, what do you
Shane
say,
Reardon early in this inning, got a big hit that started the carousel, drove in the first 2 runs of this inning. And Shane just takes a little something off, but it's going to hang up there. So, huge inning for the Reader. They bat around and then some. And they put a 7 spot up. So we head to the bottom of the 6th, 15-3. Reader. And again, in this league, the Reader has great bloodlines and championship DNA. Bridget, how many of these things have you guys won?
4.
4. So they've won this thing 4 times. And they basically show up every year with their group. So
4-1.
what happened last week had no effect on them. So here's Ron, then it'll be Britt and Kevin. And needless to say,
Call it.
WGN Radio, a lot of work, a little short flare, and Jerry Pappas makes the play and left.
One out, one out, one out.
I gotta get a picture of Jerry Pappas and Tyler McCullough with that long flowing locks. So here's Brett. Now, if you're the Reader, you're just chasing some outs and just want to continue to play solid. They've turned a couple of double plays.
4-1.
They've had good security with the rock. They haven't been throwing it down, and that was strike 3.
Noble.
So here's McDonough, and Jesnita drops it down, but can't make the play, and it looks like Kevin McDonough might have twisted an ankle. Let's see if we got that on the
No, they got
replay.
ice.
He's going to try to walk it off. Great job there, but
I have ice, Kevin.
yeah, he just kind of came up lame there.
Ernie.
And
Yeah, thanks.
so he's going to walk it off. Whoa, got a little flash of heat lightning. And it brings up JB. I don't know about this. And now we get some rolling thunder. And I got a feeling it's going to start storming pretty soon here. Little ground ball, and he runs it through. Keeps the inning alive. And
Raining, it's wet and slippery.
now it's starting to rain here a little bit. And I got to start moving to a drier area. Little flare, they'll let it go. And this rain came out of nowhere. And it really wasn't supposed to rain. So we're going to, yeah, now I'm standing next to a metal backstop. That ain't good. And there's a little flare. That's going to roll foul.
Here we go.
And that's it. So we're going to wrap it up because it's raining. Otherwise, I would have tried to get some interviews, but it is raining, and I don't want to damage anything here. So, close game for 5 innings. Reader blew it open in the 6th, and here it comes. See you later, folks.